I've had one question in mind lately.
And the Oscar goes to... A
question about dreams.
Oh my God!
We all have our own dreams.
Mom, I just want an Oscar!
Dreams of accomplishing great things.
To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive.
Visions of a better life.
I will be champion one day, I promise.
They give us something to reach for. Something to believe in. They give us hope. But dreams also come at a cost. The pursuit is filled with uncertainty, failure, and doubt. Years are spent in search of meaning. Years of long nights, missed moments, relentless pressure to succeed. Some chase their dreams only to find themselves lost. So why? Why do we chase our dreams? I'm at a spot in my life right now where I question this a lot. My why. It's important for me to have a strong reason for why I chase my dreams because there's a lot of uncertainty in my life right now. I could be working a full-time finance job, be making some big boy money, living out in the city, you know, do something that'll get the silent approval of people around me. But I'm not. I'm freshly graduated, doing freelance. I'm broke. Still living with my parents. It's not exactly what I had in mind when I wrote down my goals last year. I'm in a spot that I know a lot of people are in. A spot that makes it hard to be optimistic. I want to share what keeps me pushing forward, why I chase my dreams, and why you should too, because chances are that if you clicked on this video, you probably need a little push to keep going forward too. Two weeks ago, I went on a trip to Toronto. It was a trip that confirmed my why. I confirmed it through conversations I had with my friends Carlos and Mylene.
Yeah, we're still strong.
Yeah, we're strong.
Stay strong.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
They're creatives. They're the kind of people that make real content. Genuine content. The kind of people that I knew would have interesting things to say when I brought up the topic of pursuing your passion. On the way there, I was honestly just excited to sit down and talk to them about these things. There are things I wish I heard, especially when I started creating, but I think everyone should hear if they're in pursuit of a dream. So I sat down with them with only one quote in mind, and it's a quote by Jim Carrey that goes like this. You could fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance at doing what you love.
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
So Mylene, Carlos, and I just sat down and talked about this. We shared our thoughts on going down the path less traveled. I went into this thinking, what would I want to hear as someone that is unsure about going down this path? What are the questions that I would want to be answered?
What do you think you do everything for?
Do you feel like you figured out what you want out of life? If you could do it all again, like if you could go... People watching this are probably wondering if they don't know what they want, like how do you figure that out?
What are you most scared of right now?
We talked about topics ranging from the steps we should take as beginners to deeper subjects about purpose and what should guide you along your journey. Everything is timestamped, so feel free to go to what you think you need to hear the most. But the final question, the one you came here for, will be saved for last. Probably if you're watching this video, you're one of those people that has that privilege, that option to go after your dream rather than going after like whatever normal life path you're on right now. And we were talking about regret, not going down that path, at least not trying. I know that I would regret that for the rest of my life for sure. But once you make that choice, you're in a better spot to answer this question. But it'll be the best decision you make, you know, to go after that path.
It's the only path, bro. It's not even like, for me personally, it's not even a thing of I can choose another path. This is all I want.
I feel
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel the same.
I can't choose anything else. This is what it is.
And that's another part that people don't understand, that look at you with delusion when you're like, when you say like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, what do you mean there's no other path? But yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I guess that goes to anyone out there that has those kinds of goals, those kinds of dreams, that it's normal to have that faith in yourself and having everyone around you look at you like,
They have to think you're crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you should be looked at as, yo, he really thinks he's gonna do that. You should sound delusional, bro. You should. My faith will sound like delusion to you, and you, if you don't believe. If you don't have faith in your own stuff, right? I'm gonna sound crazy to you because my faith is that strong. And if I don't sound delusional, my faith isn't that strong yet, right? What do you think you do everything for?
I love making people feel stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm tearing up. I cried yesterday when I was talking about this. But like, I truly do love that. And like, with the small platform that I have now, I see that I can truly impact people. And you see it from your content as well. Like, seeing people like putting themselves out there, even if we're not doing anything like extraordinary, but we're able to express ourselves in a way that you could see is genuine. That could spark someone, not necessarily to do content, but
They'll feel something.
yeah, exactly, and inspire them to do something that they truly believe in. And I feel like planting that seed through the things that I love doing, like this, that's what like truly fulfills me. Yeah, that's my why. So what is yours? What's your why?
I think it's pretty similar. I think like one is like a personal goal of like just knowing that there's a lot of things that I'm capable of, and so I should be able to explore that, not be afraid of paving my own path. And then I think, again, the byproduct of that is, can I inspire people along the way to do the same? Because I think for most of my life too, like even when I was in university, I felt like I was always doing different things than my friends or people around me. But whenever I did those things, like really good things happened. What I learned was that you don't need to be like a billionaire or like someone super famous to prove to other people that you can do something. If anything, it hits a lot harder when you see someone who's like a few steps ahead of you succeed and win and like do something that like you might be scared of, because it feels so much closer. By showing up as myself as possible, it allows people to feel comfortable to do the same. So again, very, very similar in that sense. Keep, again, showing up as you as possible and not do things just because you think it'll get you views. Because like, what happens if you get the views?
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like you need to keep making that stuff, but it might not actually be what you want.
Very true. I have a feeling that I want more out of life, but I don't know what it is. How do I figure out which direction to go? Do you feel like you figured out what you want out of life?
Yeah. So I have a good concept. I'm not like, yeah, I would just say keep it as a yeah.
I have to, you know? People watching this are probably wondering, like, if they don't know what they want, like, how do you figure that out?
Yo, try everything. Okay, my superpower is I hyperfixate on shit. And I literally tried everything like once. Not drugs, like not that. Here's the thing. You don't know what you really want if you don't try everything. If you only try the things that you think you'll like, then you're only gonna know, right? Like you're only gonna have this much of life that you know.
If you just like trust that you're gonna figure out the next clue and you treat it as like an investigation in that way, then life like unfolds in a way where so many things happen that you never thought could happen.
Yeah, so like, I guess just don't limit yourself by confining yourself to like a set path. And so people might be wondering then, then what do you do if you don't plan? I mean, like you were talking about, you just follow what you're actually curious about, what you're passionate about. Yeah, don't overcomplicate things and just go for things that genuinely interest you.
Yeah, and I guess I would also say like not having a plan doesn't mean that you're not prepared. You know what I mean? Like, I think that you can experiment, but don't experiment like blindly. Like, listen to what's happening.
Yes.
Like, as you're doing stuff, ask yourself like, does this actually feel good? Because I think sometimes like you'll chase things because it's like status or vanity or fame or like money. But like if you're checking in with yourself regularly of like, oh, do I actually like the process of making a video? Do I actually like how it feels when I'm working with other creatives? As long as you're like taking note of that stuff as you experiment, then that's how you get the clues. You can't just like blindly do it, you know what I mean?
Doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, doing it for the right reasons, even if you don't have a specific plan.
How did you get into like the podcast and then filmmaking? Like what led you to that? Because you probably had to try a lot of things too.
I always like movies. It's literally as simple as that, yo. Like there's no like somebody can't do shit. Yo, you like movies? Go fucking make a movie. You can do it if you want to, right? It's not like that. Especially today where technology is like a lot cheaper. Back in the day, you would need millions of dollars to make a movie.
It's nothing more deep than just doing stuff that you like.
Yeah, like it's not that deep. Like people want to deep it like, oh, I have to be at this level to do this and that. How are you gonna get at that level?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Like when we talk about stuff like purpose and deep stuff like that, how you get to have a really solidified your purpose and your meaning in life, it's literally by just doing stuff that you like, that you enjoy out of life.
Yeah.
And I think people overcomplicate that. And even if whatever you try doesn't end up being that thing, you can question like, oh, why was I attracted to this thing? Why?
Yeah, maybe the things I liked about skateboarding, I liked more in videography, and then that translates to film, right? Like,
bro, that's exactly what happened for me. I started with photography, which is very close to filmmaking, but I thought I was gonna be a photographer. And I started doing it just because I loved it. I love being around music. I made a lot of friends in that space. I just followed my heart, and it led me to like learning about the camera and to doing this,
Oh, I guess it's closure now.
Yeah.
When is the right time to chase your dreams? Is there a timeline to succeeding? Should you wait to invest yourself fully?
Can I give you some advice, bro?
Yeah, what's up?
And I think this one's gonna resonate with you a lot. This is what I think about myself a lot too. Sometimes when you don't get something right away, that's on purpose. That's for a reason, right? The messages, the lessons you want to teach people, you will. Maybe he wants you to be able to tell the lessons when you're this person. You get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Right? And then that's when you should go viral. Or that's when you should get all of these people that have eyes on you, because this message that you're about to say is a lot more important than the message you want to say at this.
Yeah.
I
get what you mean.
He will bless you when you're ready. He'll bless you when he knows you can do the great you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't ever feel that you're not worthy. Don't ever feel that. Because it's the faith thing.
Yeah.
Right? You have to believe you're worthy of it all the time. Even when it feels like you're selfish, it shouldn't feel like it. You have to make yourself delusional to yourself in a sense, right? You have to have so much faith that even if you can't see yourself, you have faith that you pray to God for it, that will come to you, whatever it may be.
What do I do when I feel like I'm making no progress? Things feel like they're just going downhill. I have no momentum. I don't know if this is for me anymore.
If you could do it all again, like if you'd go through your content creation journey again, I want to get your take on it. Would you like change stuff?
I would change little things. But like, it's like little dumb things. Like, oh, I wish I knew what an SSD was earlier instead of like whatever.
Okay, so I guess the takeaway from that is like, if you're watching this and you're going through something big or like a big roadblock, this is definitely part of your journey, and you have to analyze why this is happening. And it's not like the stuff that you went through, and I'd say that I'm going through. It's for the good. Like it's to your benefit.
Like you're gonna wonder why things are the way they are, and you're gonna think like, oh, this is so hard now. But then like at some point you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, oh, actually that was like a necessary step. Because usually like, okay, I kind of look at it like games, right? Where it's like, you gotta like defeat the boss before you move to the next level. And so like, you're gonna have to go through the pain first, or like the hard thing before you level up. Like you cannot level up without going through the hard stuff. Yeah.
There's so many other people that have done what I'm trying to do. I don't feel like I have anything I could bring to the table.
Yo, and you know what, bro? A lot of people, what they'll do, and it's not wrong, but they'll just try to be who they look up to, right? But the truth is, the failures, the stories, and the other things that are unique to you, you gotta let that show, fam. You gotta let that show in your art, because that's what's gonna differentiate you from all of these other celebrities that are already doing stuff.
Facts. And people can sense that. I don't think people understand that people can sense if you're not being genuine and you're just like replicating something. Really, the best way is just to be authentic to your story, which is crazy to say is a harder thing to ask for these days than
I know. People are scared, bro.
copying. Like, yeah, people are scared to be themselves. It's just safer. It feels safer to replicate what someone else is doing because they think that this is like the blueprint. These people got to where they are by being themselves. Being them and not yourself is not the answer.
But how do you be yourself?
I guess that's a question that a lot of people are asking themselves. Huh? You just spend time with yourself, figure out what you really like, what you really enjoy, and just do that for the sake of you like that.
Yeah, try to understand why you resonate with something, because it's not wrong to be inspired by shit. You know what I mean? You like that thing for a reason, but let's dig deeper. Like, why though? The way that's expressed in your story, if I give that piece of myself out, it makes it a lot more personal to the audience than it would be if, oh, this is the song, I like it, boom. Why though? Right? What makes it you? It makes it me because when my dad used to drive me to swimming practice, we used to play a game on the radio, trying to find out what the song is and name the band, trying to test me on my rock and roll skills, you know? That story is something a lot more people can resonate with or relate to than just arts, because that's so vague. Tell me who you are, right?
I feel selfish for wanting to chase my dreams. There's this guilt that comes with turning down the security of a normal job or studying.
I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
What are you most scared of right now?
What am I most scared of? I was trying to say it in a cool, mysterious way, but it's really like my parents, they want me to like have a good life for myself. And I'm feeling that pressure right now. Like one of my big goals in life is to take care of my mom and give back to her because she sacrificed a lot for me. So knowing that she's worried about me is like, I don't want that for her, you know what I mean? So I'm scared I'm gonna put more on her plate. Yeah, so as opposed to if I would have a more traditional job, you know, something that's secure.
They understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I always think it's interesting because I think that there's a lot that our parents don't know about this generation, and just like the opportunities that come from it. And so I guess in a way, which obviously is like way easier said than done, I feel like it's a cool opportunity to like reframe it where it's not that you'd be letting anyone down, but rather like rewriting the narrative for them to prove and show them things that like they would have never discovered on their own in their like current generation or lifetime.
Yeah.
But I think when you do get to the point where you can prove it to them, like your parents will just be happy that you're happy and that you did something that like, again, they would have never known. Now we're so lucky and privileged to be that next generation where, yes, they sacrifice a lot. And you know, it feels like we owe it back to them in that way. But in a way, it's like they sacrifice this much so that we have the opportunity to like explore those dreams and like chase after those things.
That's something that
All right. This is a message to myself.
Let's get back to the original question. Why do we chase our dreams? Well, everyone has their own reasons. But I believe that chasing your dreams is simply the pursuit of your fullest self.
Oh my god, bro! Nah, man, this is my favorite shoot ever. Nah, this shoot was insane. This is like legendary status shoot.
Chasing your dreams is having fun and doing what you love. That's all it is. Following our hearts like we all did once upon a time. It's a pursuit that never ends, a target never meant to be reached, and in the words of Kobe,
those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And if you guys can understand that, then what you'll see happen is that you won't accomplish your dreams. Your dreams won't come true. Something greater will. And if you guys can understand that, then I'm doing my job as a father. Thank you guys.